Welcome back to Assassin's Creed 2. Last time on Assassin's Creed 2, we helped out Lorenzo again. This time, Lorenzo was trapped in his own home. The Piazzi were after him again, trying to finish the job they started earlier. But Ezio popped in and spoiled their plans. And graciously, Lorenzo invited us to take whatever treasures we found in his treasure room. After this, we left and spoke to Lorenzo on the bridge, where he told us about how our two families met and became friends, along with telling us a little bit more about these Templars and how deep their organization goes. After all that was said and done, Lorenzo invited us to visit pigeon coops around the city, where we would obtain assassination contracts to disrupt the Templars' plans. So contracts we did take, hunting down Templar associates and killing them. But not only just associates and politicians, but entire regiment of guards support the Templars and needed to be dealt with. Harder tasks yet lie ahead. So please do enjoy, and please join me in our next episode of Assassin's Creed 2. We're going to start right where we left off, doing assassination contracts. Leader of the pack, a small group of condottieri who attacked my palace have been spotted and seem to be regrouping. Tail one of them to their garrison and kill the leader. Signed, Lorenzo. We get to the target's location under the cover of darkness and use the rooftops to our advantage. Finally, we reach where the target is stopped. Now it's time to kill the leader. Using eagle vision, we see which one it is.
Work your magic.
We send our thieves out to distract the other guards. Leaving only the leader. We strike swiftly and vanish into the night. Before we begin our next quest, I thought it time to visit the villa to collect our money and upgrade. But after all that's done, we can head to Florence and visit Leonardo to start our next mission.
Ezio, thank God you're all right. This madness with the Medici and the Piazzi, is this why you pursued Francesco?
Not exactly.
Well, whatever your reasons, the city's safe again thanks to you. Now tell me, how may I be of service? Ah, another page. Aha, it's a similar cipher to the last one. This won't take long. Interesting. Oh, indeed. I see. It's another blade design for delivering poison.
Can you build it?
See, it won't take very long. I just need to find a way to hollow out the blade without sacrificing the...
It's all right, Leonardo. Just do what you need to do.
All done. I filled your blade with a bit of poison to start with. Should you run out, just visit a doctor.
Poison? From a doctor?
In high enough doses, that which cures can kill.
I am in your debt once more, my friend.
Anytime, Ezio. Anytime.
Well, that's cool. Now we've acquired the poison blade. Hopefully we can put that to good use. New secondary memories unlocked. We might have to check them out. After visiting Leonardo, we can go straight back to the Villa Artetore to visit with Uncle Mario.
Ezio! Come in, come in! To what do we owe the honor?
I've been sent from Firenze by Il Magnifico to attend to some unfinished business. I'm looking for Jacopo de Piazzi.
Ha! Who isn't? We've been at it for days.
And perhaps what I carry will help us both. A list of his co-conspirators. One of them will talk before he dies.
Excellent. These men are sure to lack Jacopo's resources, which means they will be easier to find. I will put my scouts to it at once.
I appreciate the help, Uncle. I've got something else for you as well. More codex pages.
Ah, let's see what we can learn. What is this? What profit?
What did you find, Uncle?
Just another damn mystery. The text here roughly translates to only the prophet may open it. There's reference to 2 pieces of Eden, but these pages offer no answers, Nipote. At least, not on their own. You must find more.
We'll have to save it for another day, Uncle. I have a mission to attend to.
As you wish. Now, if you hope to defeat these bastardi, I will need to teach you a few things. Meet me on the practice field.
Evasive maneuvers. Meet Mario on the practice field.
All right, Ezio. You're familiar with counterattacking, but what happens when your enemy is as well?
I don't usually give them the opportunity.
Tough talk offers little protection against Templar steel.
Then by all means, Maestro. Teach me what to do.
Now dodge. Bravo! Magnifico! Once again, you exceed my expectations.
Signore, we found Jacopo's men, and they wait your word to strike.
Relay the following. No man moves until they have spoken with Ezio. Intesi?
It will be done.
Go, Ezio. Visit with my mercenaries in the countryside. See if Jacopo's lackeys won't lead you to him. But be careful. They will be expecting you.
Seems it's time to go back to the countryside. I'm assuming Tuscany is in our future. And here we are in San Gimignano. First thing we'll do is get a lay of the land, climb some towers, and hit up some of them viewpoints. But before we can even get to our first one, we get a data entry. Torre Regnosa, connected to the 13th century Palazzo Vecchio della Foresta, the Torre Regnosa rises 51 meters above San Gimignano. Foresta, power in English, was the title given to the appointed head of many Italian cities. The Palazzo Vecchio was the residence of the Foresta of San Gimignano for about 100 years, until in 1337 he moved across the square into the Palazzo Comunale. Why would the Podesta simply abandon tradition like that? Perhaps because the Palazzo Comunal has the largest tower in San Gimignano. Tower envy, do not underestimate it as a force for change. While headed to our second viewpoint, we find another data entry. The Palazzo Comunal, San Gimignano's town hall, was built as the seat of the municipal government in 1288. As befits the city of towers, one of the council's earliest acts inside their new home was to construct the Torre Grossa on top. The Podesta took up residence at the Palazzo Comunal in 1337. And shortly after, we get another data entry. Santa Maria Assunta, which has a glyph on it. Referred to as the Duomo by locals, even though it doesn't deserve the title because the town has no bishop, Santa Maria Assunta was built in the 12th century. Shockingly, it has no tower. Although in San Gimignano, the city of towers, such an act of celibacy coming from a church was probably a smart move. I suppose we should look for the glyph, but first we'll access this data entry. The Torre Grossa. Rising 54 meters above San Gimignano, the city's largest tower, the Torre Grossa lives up to its name. Unlike some of the other towers, it even has a bell inside it. Construction for the Torre Grossa began in 1300 and finished in 1311. The Torre Grossa also seems to have a Templar lair somewhere on it, or in it, rather. But looking forward, we see the glyph. Unfortunately, we are distracted by this corrupt politician. Keep on seeking and you will find. First plucked from a tree, guarded by a snake, its power perform miracles. Then, worn across the ages, torn asunder, hidden under a sea of red, reconstruct the timeline. Okay, so red's highlighted, so let's highlight and get all the pictures with red in it. First, we have Joseph of Egypt, c. 1700 BC. Then Jason of Greece, prehistory. I don't see any red there. Jesus Christ of Jerusalem, c. 30. And there's plenty of red in that picture. Henry the Eighth of England, 1530. David and Goliath, Valley of Elah, c. 970 BCE, and clearly some red in this painting. We have Christ disrobed, Jerusalem, c. 30, and of course he's wearing red. John Paul Marat of France, 1793, and I don't see any red. Prometheus of Greece, prehistory, no red. Hannibal, Carthage, 202 BCE, no red. Saint Francis Borgia, Spain, 1566. Okay, let's find that red. It's 2, that's 3, that's 4. I suppose that would be 5. Okay, no. Not 5. There it is, 5, even though I don't know. SPQR. Okay, here we are. Back with the image search. See what we can see. Oh, this one will give us an alarm. And, okay, it appears to be a cross on the cross. Specifically a Templar cross. They took it. Who is they? I'm assuming the Templars, since that's the symbol that's up there. And there's our piece that we're looking for. And there seems to be no other hidden messages here, so let's go on. Piece of Eden 66, a shroud. And we have found our passcode. So let's look at the short clip. Okay, it's the young woman of the two people there. Still, the clip is so short that it doesn't mean anything to us. So we can get moving on. Climbing to our next viewpoint, we get another database entry. This one has a glyph on it, the Torre del Diavolo. Probably built for medieval defense, the Torre del Diavolo once had a walkway at its summit. The wooden spikes around the top held the boards of the walkway in place. Depending on who you ask, the name the Devil's Tower comes from either the fact that lightning struck the tower or that the original owner left on a trip only to come back and find it slightly higher than when he left. Getting to the top of the Torre del Diavolo, we see the glyph on the side of the highest point. Martyrs. Unlock the file. Tsar Nicholas II of Russia. We see that his staff is highlighted in red, and a secret message in binary. Alright, so this binary reads 17th July 1918 and is the date that Tsar Nicholas was murdered along with his entire family. Joan of Arc from France. Let's see if we can find anything here. And here we find some more binary. The binary reads May 30, 1431. And this is the date that Joan of Arc is burned at the stake for heresy. Well, this is new. Yep, they burned Joan alive. They took it. No.
Without the staff, the Tsar was powerless. He could no longer control his subjects. Revolution! Revolution!
Alright, another short clip. Just the girl turning around, looking at something worldly, I think. Headed over to our next viewpoint, we again get a data entry with a glyph on it. The Torre di Salvucci. In a city famous for its towers, the Salvucci family, in a display of 13th century might, erected not one but two And not only did they erect 2, they built them to be taller than the ruler of San Gimignano's, the Podesta's Tower. Despite a law made in 1255 that prohibited such an act of blatant brick-and-mortar style aggression, outraged, the Podesta forced the towers to be cut down until they were smaller than his. Searching the towers, we find it in between.
3 thefts, hidden by the murders. People only see what they're trained to see. What the organization wants them to see.
Hat trick. Unlock the file. They made it look like an accident. Houdini and Bess, 1915. I searched this one for a while, but there are no hidden messages that I saw. Houdini's grave, R.I.P., October 31, 1926. Gandhi, 1946. And again we see no hidden messages. Gandhi's funeral procession, R.I.P., January 30th, 1948. Dallas Archive.
Wolves are out hunting. Where has Jack gone?
Okay, I think I see our key. 6 equals 1. So if 6 equals 1, that means... okay, it appears we can turn this dial. So 6 will equal 1. 8 will equal 3. And 7 will equal 2. And let's see. There we go. Operation New Frontier. HQ has given the go-ahead to extract the resource. Negotiations are over. F is planning to give the vote to everyone. Reason just doesn't work with someone like that. I'll send you the driver. We've trained him with PE2 in our labs. He shouldn't be any trouble. The motorcade route is marked below. Once the target has been downed, either by Oswald or Z, use PE1 to stage a distraction. Make some kind of phenomenon appear around this slope. I've marked with an X. Freak people out. The driver will grab PE3 in the confusion. Okay, so PE must stand for Piece of Eden. They have 3 of them. Or 2 of them, and they're grabbing number 3. And they've got JFK's route in Dallas, where he ended up being assassinated. And we get a little bit more of the truth. The gentleman this time, maybe, looks like. Whew, but with all that, let's continue. Going to our next destination, we see another data entry which is accompanied by a glyph. Monte Oliveto Maggiore. Founded in 1313 by Bernardo Tolomei, the monastery of Monte Oliveto Maggiore is Benedictine in practice. Benedictine monks are the most mainstream, practicing peace, prayer, and work while living in autonomous communities with their own local government. Monte Oliveto Maggiore owned most of the land in the Siena region, so having its own private government would come in handy when dealing with such riches as would a good lawyer. Fortunately, Bernardo Tolomei was a jurist, leaving the monastery in a very lucrative state by the time he died. And we can find the glyph on this side of the building here. If we just climb up, and here it is. Right there.
Something was up there. Something abandoned long ago.
Apollo, unlock the file. Okay, so we've zoomed into the moon. Let's see. Let's see about secret messages first. Alright, here we go. Another Pigpen cipher, which reads, Johnson was of them. The bees drone too. Follow the money. I don't know if this one's super accurate, so please do tell me if you know anything about it. The title of this one is Find the Eagle. And there it is. Okay, it seems to be somewhat of a little puzzle that we have to put together here. With these formidable weapons, the adversaries of freedom plan to consolidate their territory, to exploit, to control, and to finally destroy JFK. Apollo 11 photograph released to the public. On the flag we see Templar symbols, an Abstergo symbol on the craft itself where the flag is. The title reads Original Unreleased Negative. Searching around, I didn't find any other hidden messages in this.
With Jack deep underground, it was easy.
Looks like pizza bead number 5 is an apple. Passcode was found, and our file is unlocked. Again, they're running away from something. Looks like water ahead of them or something like that. Either way, now we can continue on with getting the viewpoints. And that is actually where we will end this episode. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you did, please do comment. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. If you did like, go ahead and hit that like button. Smash it. Smash that like button. Or, do the thumbs down one if you didn't like it. It doesn't matter to me. But yeah, if I could improve these videos, that'd be, that's on you guys. If anybody's watching these, I would appreciate the feedback. I'm going to go and collect some money and upgrade some of my weapons and armor maybe. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for sticking around if you did. Have a great day. Bye.